have to do my bounty hunter stuff. I'm going to have to go back to the registry, and when this guy leaves the registry, I'm going to physically have to apprehend him now. We didn't want to wait for the sergeant out in the cold, so we figured that we would just come and talk to the lieutenant.
Don't try it!
First Amendment audit / complaint?
/ whine and cry about... who even knows?
Let's take a look. Hey, we're here to speak to the lieutenant.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. We're here to speak to the lieutenant.
Okay.
Well, at least one of you cares about what you gotta do.
Anything I can help you with first or no?
No, we just had an issue and we're coming down here to follow up with it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Good sight.
What am I getting, a pound of Land O'Lakes? Holy smokes.
I mean, literally take a look at what you're doing right now. With the camera, videotaping, shoving it up in the window. And then stop.
Watch, guys, I'm already calling this. I have no idea who the lieutenant is, but he's going to come out. He's going to be super apologetic. He's going to be super nice. I don't film locally, but now like they...
Josh, he's wrapping up a phone call. I'll be right out after, all right?
All right, thanks, man.
You guys.
Guys, you see that? He said Josh. He's wrapping up a phone call.
This is why I encourage all of the officers to bring down swift justice on all you fraudulent little bums. Because if you finish reading poster 7 out all the way, it says that they have every right to do so. And then you guys come up here constantly bothering more people because they're apologetic and nice, just like you just said. And in no way do I take their side in the situation. Y'all should be brought to heel.
Right? They know who I am around here, okay? And they are not going to be like the cops that are out in Alabama or out in Tennessee or even out in Boston. The police stations that are local to me do not want the issue. They do not want the issue. So I guarantee you I'm going to call it right now. They're going to absolutely be very apologetic. Watch.
And you say this as if you're somebody or it means something. You know he's just going to come out here and blow smoke up your rear. That's all he's going to do. We know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't care about you or what you're saying. None of us really care about you guys and what you're saying. You guys have become a burden on society. Fighting for your wallet, you ain't fighting for no rights.
I could be wrong.
Oh, but you could be wrong. You can't play both sides of the fence so you can play both sides once the outcome's done. That ain't how it works. If you got confidence in what you're saying, then stand behind it. Say what you mean what you say.
How are you?
Good, how's it going, man? Can I have your name, please?
My name is Mike Balsley.
Hi, so I was just at the Registry of Motor Vehicles. We were inside filming, and they didn't like that we were filming, so they called you guys. The security officer there called the supervisor, and then the supervisor let him know that we were doing is fine. At that point, you guys were already dispatched. So while we were waiting for you inside, the security guard, Roberto, comes up to me, and on film, he tells me he's going to, if I film him without his consent, not only going to knock the phone out of my hand, but he's going to knock me out.
Roberto got you running for the hills, huh? I told you guys ain't got no grit. You're soft as they come. I can tell. I can see it in your eyes, boy. You ain't been through nothing. You ain't got no experience. Experience builds character. You ain't got none. Best you just run back home. Forget this nonsense and start another YouTube on a different topic. You ain't cut for this. You're going to end up running into heavy resistance. What are you going to do then?
So we get this on video, and the officer comes, we explain to him what's going on, and he tells us, oh, well, just there's nothing you can really do. If you want to go down to the court, you can fill out a complaint with them. But it was not an officer present. So I just showed you video. Now, here's the thing. It's assault to me. And secondly, like carrying a firearm, that's your Second Amendment right. I can't be in fear just because you're carrying one. But the moment you threaten me with bodily harm, I've now, that's assault. And
What's funny to me, you recorded this. Where I come from, that makes you yellow, makes you a coward, makes you scared. What happened? You always talk so big and bad when you're in officers' faces. Ain't so bad, are you? In fact, we're listening to you right now whine and cry like a little baby. Help me, help me. I was in fear for my life because he didn't like me and he had a gun on his hip. Pathetic, weak little man. You're a sad excuse for a man, boy. Let me tell you.
And he didn't want to do anything about it. So I said, if you're not going to do anything about it, I'm just going to go place him under arrest. That's fine. I'm not scared of his gun. I'll disarm him. So I went back inside, and the officer followed me in, and then he tells this, instead of asking him any questions, not offering to file a report.
Actually, I gotta go charge my phone.
Guys, I just paused because it's personal information. So he, at this point, is not interested in taking any sort of report or doing anything about this issue. Yeah. The only thing he's interested in is he goes to the security guard and says, he pats him on the back and says, hey man, just go ahead and go into the break room.
Excuse us.
Like that's not an acceptable way to deal with things. He doesn't even want to do any investigation. So at this point, in front of the officer, I placed this guy.
I'm sorry, I lost you because she walked by. So you went into the break room, or he went to the break room?
No. So when we go inside, I said, all right, well, if this happened out of your present, and you won't take any incident report, and you won't use this video as any sort of proof, why don't we ask this guy? Because I'm sure he'll be happy to tell you that he threatened me, which he did. And at this point, now we have video confirmation showing that he threatened me. We have this guy confirming that he threatened me. And the officer's response is, just go in the break room, buddy.
Well, we also have video proof of what a coward you are because we just heard it come from your own mouth describing it to this man as you whined and cried. Would you like some cheese with that wine?
It's all right, just walk
Not
away.
to you.
No, to the guy that assaulted me.
Yeah.
So at this point, since I see the officer's doing nothing, I read him his Miranda rights and I place him under citizen's arrest. At this point,
The officer or the...
no, I placed the security guard, Roberto, the guy that threatened me, under citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, this officer doesn't want to do anything. He's literally doing nothing. He's telling us that we're trying to bait him.
Can I see the video?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
After he refuses to do a report, he's not going to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I demand a supervisor. Okay, after I place this guy under citizen.
The guy argues like your old lady. He's like,
Well, now listen, and at this point, and then after this is what happened, and then after this is what happened, and this is how I felt about it.
I mean, you need a doggone psychiatrist, boy, not a police officer. You got some deeper rooted problems you need addressed. I heard some other things about you too recently here. I'm not going to go letting the cat out the bag just yet, but got a lot of us wondering what's really going on.
Citizen's arrest. He gets into his cruiser and then he gets on the phone with whoever the sergeant is. He's in the vehicle speaking to him out of our site. We're going to fill out a FOIA and get those phone calls. And then he gets out of the car and goes inside and then conducts a report. Because at this point, you'll see him in the video say, oh, I know who you are. I didn't recognize you because I'm not usually in front of the camera. I'm usually behind it. So then he realizes who I am. And then things start to change. He goes inside, he speaks to this guy, he gets his information, he comes back out, and then he notifies me that he is going to conduct that he is going to write a report.
We do reports on pretty much everything here, but I can tell you there will be a report done. Obviously, you can have access to it, Freedom of Information Act. I'm sure you know how to file for that.
Absolutely.
The advice I can give you is maybe we can email that video to him so we can put it all nice in a folder together for you.
That's fine.
We
So
can do that.
my issue is if this guy, if I'm just saying that he said this and there's no sort of proof, I understand that.
If you ain't got no proof, I'm tired as all get out. I ain't about to sit here and listen to you run your lie hole some more. Ain't nobody want to hear that. You're stupid, boy. I mean, come on, face the facts now. Hey, if you sat here to the end all the way here, you deserve something completely random.